Before You Dig Australia is a not-for-profit organisation that delivers a vital service to prevent damage and disruption to Australia's utility networks. Our free referral service provides everyone working near underground infrastructure with access to plans and information from the asset owners. The BYDA service is free for anyone to use. Before starting any job, check what is below with Before You Dig Australia. You can submit a request for free plans and information via the BYDA website or our mobile apps. Asset owners will respond to your request by providing plans and safety guidelines. These are easily accessible in your BYDA account via the collated response viewer. You can also download and share plans and information with your team members. When undertaking a digging or excavation project or operating any heavy machinery around a job site, following the 5 Ps of Safe Excavation can ensure the right steps are taken to protect you, your team, and essential assets. The 5 Ps of Safe Excavation include: Step 1. Plan. Plan for your project by getting free plans from Before You Dig Australia. There are some key things to remember when submitting a plan request. Wherever possible, try to plan ahead and submit a request 2 days before your job starts. And remember, lodging an inquiry does not authorise project commencement. Before starting work, check against the BYDA confirmation email that you've received all responses from the asset owners. Read and understand all information contained in each member response pack, including any permit requirements. If you need further clarification, contact the asset owner and quote their sequence number. Remember that the plans you receive only indicate that there may be assets present at that location. Australian Standard 5488 provides a framework for the consistent classification of information concerning the subsurface utilities. The standard classifies these plans at quality level D, which is the lowest of the 4 quality levels in that standard. Plans do not show depth or alignment, and additional work is required to accurately locate assets. Work health and safety regulations state that you must locate services before breaking ground, and plans must be on site and available to all team members for the duration of the work. Plans have an expiry date, and this information can be found on the asset owner's plans or information pack. Our service has an auto renew function that can send out new plans to cover jobs over an extended time frame. This helps on longer term projects to ensure current plans are always on site. A handy tip is to store contact details for each asset owner in your phone in case of emergency. There may be additional services present that are not registered with the BYDA service, as not all asset owners are BYDA members. You may need to contact these asset owners separately to obtain details of their infrastructure. Obtaining plans is just the first step in safe work practices. Step 2. Prepare. Prepare by observing your job site and look for the clues above the ground that could help you find underground infrastructure. This includes things such as pit lids, marker posts, resurfacing from previous excavation activity, or meters. If you're able to find surface features that are connected with the assets when referencing the plans, this could give you quality level C locating. You can request additional information from asset owners to provide you with greater insight into the assets at your proposed job site. We strongly advise you engage a skilled locator who will help you by marking the location of assets present, and they may even locate assets not listed with BYDA. Skilled locators will mark and code assets based on AS 5488. A skilled locator will aim to increase the level of accuracy to quality level B by applying a trace to the cables or pipes using an EMF locating device. Sometimes this isn't always achievable, in which case the locate defaults back to quality level C. Make sure you debrief with your locator to understand their marks and codes relating to the assets at your job site. As always, contact the asset owner directly for clarification at any point. Step 3. Pothole. If permitted by the asset owner, confirm the location of underground assets by potholing. Use the asset owner's stated pothole method as specified on the plans and information pack. This is quality level A according to Australian Standard AS 5488. Some potholing methods include hand digging or hydro vacuum extraction. Critical network assets like high voltage electrical cables or high pressure gas lines will require an asset protection officer or a spotter to be in attendance. When potholing, keep the hole as small as possible and aim to keep any disturbance to a minimum. If using a shovel, come from the side and avoid direct hits to the top of any pipes or cables. It's important to note that there are often taps or valves that may be attached to the top or sides of the pipe, so approach with care. If using hydro vacuum excavation, adhere to the pressure levels advised by the asset owner and according to your state codes of practice. When carrying out potholing, take into consideration the site features and things that may have impacted the asset location, things like trees, pre-existing assets and site topography. Also note that pipes and cables are not always in a straight line, and markings on a plan may represent multiple pipes or cables. Remember, you can engage with the asset owner at any stage if you require guidance. With more detailed information, you are better placed to carry out a safe project. Step 4. Protect. Protect yourself, your team, the community and the assets by erecting exclusion zone barriers. Communicate the presence of exposed assets to colleagues to ensure that they are aware of their location on the job site. Confirm with the asset owner if you need to fully expose the asset. They'll be able to inform you on how the asset will need to be secured and supported. Understand the environment you are working in to prevent damage to the asset once exposed and any impact on nearby assets. This may include sandy or reactive soils or streets with heavy traffic. Check with the asset owner for any PPE requirements when working close to the assets and abide by any minimum approach distances. If you discover an asset not marked or indicated on the plan, take note and relay information back to the asset owners. Step 5. Proceed. Proceed with your job only if the first 4 steps have been followed and it is safe to do so. Please remember, if the scope of work has changed or if anything unexpected occurs, stop the job and reassess the 5 Ps again. You may need to submit a new inquiry to obtain updated information. If at any time you're unsure how to proceed, contact the asset owner directly. Once you've finished your job, ensure that you have reinstated the area in accordance with the asset owners and local authority requirements. BYDA is not an emergency service. In a life-threatening situation, please call 000. If you cause or notice damage to an asset, do not attempt to fix it yourself, cover it over or stem the flow. Contact the relevant asset owner using the emergency contact details provided. At any stage of your project, it's important to reach out to asset owners for clarification or guidance working around their assets. Before You Dig Australia offers training in utility awareness and utility plan reading across Australia to help you and your team with safe digging practices. So reach out and book your free session via our website.